Well, GLAAD, the official Alphabet representative, its CEO, says Hollywood's got a problem.
What?
Says trans mentals are not being representative enough
Fucking pronouns!
because of misinformation
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
and blames the fans.
Are you retarded?
Yeah, Sherlock, you've cracked the code.
It is ma'am.
I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this
Fuck off!
is What's Next. A happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jazz Borganzo. What's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today as we go into the weekend. Well, as I said in my intro, just because it's a new year doesn't mean the bullshit stops. Of course, we go to Hollywood, where there seems to be a problem. Not because of lack of content, lazy writing, shitty movies. The worst output that Hollywood has put out in decades, losing billions. No. The big problem? There's not enough trans mentals in Hollywood parts. Yes, those oppressed trans mentals are not getting their fair share. And GLAAD, yes, the official Alphabet representative, its CEO, makes you aware of it. And here we go. This coming out of Bounding into Comics. GLAAD CEO Sarah Kate Ellis pushes narrative that trans mentals are unrepresented in Hollywood, claims political pundits are to blame for spreading the misinformation about the trans community. You're mentally ill, but that's misinformation. Okay. Yes, that is one Ellen Page. She runs around calling herself Elliot, and she's lopped off her breasts. I could stop that right here, but I will continue. Sarah Kate Ellis, president of the Alphabet watchdog GLAAD, has called on Hollywood to create and write more about the trans community, claiming that it's political pundits who give transgenders individuals a bad reputation. Yes, it's politics' fault. Okay. In a recent interview with Variety, Ellis referred to what she is perceived as transgenders being unrepresented in Hollywood, noting that we have seen those watershed moments for lesbian and gay and bi representation. Whether it's Ellen DeGeneres coming out or Will and Grace, which wasn't that great to begin with. Quote, "We don't have yet as a watershed moment for the trans community," she decried. "I see this opportunity as a chance to speak to the Academy of all creators in the room and say we need that moment." Oh, shivers down my spine. Ellen encouraged, "We need you to create and write about trans people because there were over 500 anti-alphabet bills proposed this year, and most are against trans people and our trans youth. Yes, cutting Johnny's balls off and lopping Susie's breasts, well, it's called child mutilation, but never mind the facts." Before she went on to baseless claims about political pundits and spreading misinformation about the trans community. But what's taking up that space is media right now is the political pundits who are talking about trans people with misinformation are in negative ways, GLAAD representative accused. "We need Hollywood to be the antidote for that." Yes. Just because you're talking facts against the trans community, speaking facts, doesn't mean Hollywood can't make up some bullshit. That's what Hollywood does. They make plain pretend fun. During the acceptance speech at the Television Governors Award, never heard of it, I'm sure no one's watched it, on Monday night, Ellis doubled down on her stance, admitting that the woke advocacy organization's goal is to influence audiences, including more alphabet characters in movies and TV. What the world sees on TV is directly influence how we treat each other and decisions we make in our living rooms, schools, work, and at the ballot box, Ellis asserted. The world urgently needs a culture-changing stories about the trans community. Because transmentalism, that's not a real thing or anything. The GLAAD CEO further claimed, because more Americans say they have seen a ghost rather than a trans, when you don't know people, it's easy to demonize them. No, is it because for some people ghosts are real and people who think there's something else when they're really not? Yeah. Visibility creates understanding and opens doors and life-saving, Ellis added, going on to claim that our community has achieved so much, and yet we are still being villainized in cruel, harmful lies. taking this information into account. The number of transgender individuals in film and television should amount to less than 1% for Hollywood productions to accurately represent the trans community. Statistics GLAAD would likely dismiss regardless of empirical evidence. Ellis also claimed that political pundits are villainizing trans mentals and spreading cruel and harmful lies, yet failing to provide any real evidence to back up her unfounded claims. To this end, Alphabet has a history of turning a blind eye to truths that could potentially end up harming the narrative they perpetually tried to push. In September 2018, 26-year-old trans mental shooter Shonisha Mosley, we'll call him Mr. Mosley, opened fire at the Rite Aid distribution center in Aberdeen, Maryland, killing 3 people and injuring another 3 before reportedly shooting herself twice in the head. GLAAD did not comment. In May of 2019, 16-year-old trans mental shooter Maya Alec McKinney, alongside 18-year-old Devin Michael Erickson, opened fire at a STEM school in Highlands Ranch, killing 1 student and injuring 8 others. For some reason, GLAAD did not comment. November 22, a non-binary, quote-unquote, 23-year-old shooter Anderson Lee Edrick killed 5 people and injured 18 others at a Club Q in Colorado Springs. No comment. And of course, the trans mental shooter in Nashville, who killed 6 people, including 3 children, no comment from GLAAD. Gee, I wonder why. The fact of the matter is that you're going to have clowns like this Ellis who are running the Alphabet program. The fact of the matter is that whenever you put a lesbian, a gay dude, or a trans mental in a in a show, in a movie, it doesn't do well. That little picture I just flashed real quick regarding Barbie. Yeah, it wasn't about that dude. It was about Barbie and Ken. So, yeah, move on. The fact of the matter is that here's a perfect example. The CW. The CW, who had its greatest and highest peak when you had the Arrowverse, with, of course, Arrow, Flash, Legends. That is where you were at their best. That is where they were at their best. But several seasons in, for Arrow, it took maybe season 6 or 7. Flash, it took season 2, 3 for them to go woke, and of course eventually went broke. All those shows. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot Supergirl, yes, which was brought over from CBS. They all got canceled. One, some because of longevity, others because of the woke bullshit. In one program, they decided to, I think it might have been Supergirl, they decided to do a whole season on lesbianism. Yeah. And the ratings tanked because of it. It doesn't work in Hollywood. Why? Because no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about the trans mentals. No one. So more than likely, there's not going to be an influx of more trans mentals running around in Hollywood. You're not going to see Dylan Mulvaney's running around in Hollywood movies, in shows. It's not going to happen. Why? Because they know it does not make money. Outside of Disney, who doesn't give a fuck and pushes the agenda down your kids' throats, it will not sell. So Hollywood will continue to get woke. And as we've seen over the last few years, they continue to go broke. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Keep sharing the show. Keep talking about it. Help it continue to grow. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.